Chapter 2. Music and Trading. 7 steps to creating funds. Number 1. Decide what is holding you back and deal with it. Number 2. Understand what money is. Number 3. Create a plan for wealth. Number 4. Decide what you desire to attract into your flow center and why you want it. Number 5. Understand financial concepts and the skills to create money. Number 6. Work with an ideal supportive team. Number 7. Take massive, consistent wealth action. So intention, in motion, milestones. How to make $1 million. The investment levels we are looking for are minimum $8,000 for our CFD managed Forex account and a minimum of £50,000 on the other managed Forex account. Based on the principle of compounding your money monthly, look at the following 4 examples below, which are based on only 3% growth a month. How incredibly better can you achieve at a higher investment level? Bearing in mind, one of our managed Forex accounts have averaged 7% a month for the last 6 years, and the other 24% a month for the last 6 months. Given the choice between £1 million today or a penny today, and then double the value every day for 28 days, so which would you take? After just 28 days, you have gained a hell of a lot of pennies. Let me break it down for you. So that would be £1.34 million. That is the power of compounding. If you start with £2,000 and compound it for 15 years at, let's say, 3% per month, adding £200 each month, that will be 36% on the new balance each year. So let me give you 4 examples. If you were to initially invest £1,000, putting in £200 a month at 3% per month, let's assume at a target of 34% a year. After 15 years of compounding at 36% per year, you will have £1,709,085.39. If you were to initially invest £2,000, putting in £200 a month at 3% per month, let's assume at a target of 36% per year. After 15 years of compounding at 36% per year, you will have £1,929,903.37. If you were to go for it and initially invest £5,000, putting in £200 a month at 3% per month, let's assume at a target of 36% per year. After 15 years of compounding at 36% per year, you will have £2,592,357.31. If you were to really go for it and invest £10,000, putting in £500 a month at 3% per month, let's assume at a target of 36% per year, after 15 years of compounding at 36% per year, you will have £5,928,848.32, and that is by adding only £6,000 a year. Okay. Using a journey from London to Edinburgh as a metaphor to explain how to get from a desired state to the accomplishment of, let's say, a goal of having £1 million cash. So, how does it work? London to Edinburgh, 414 miles or 665 kilometres. Let's use miles and pounds for the purpose of this exercise. We know that the USD is the reserve currency, but £1 is worth more than one of any other currency in the world. Let's assume that we take a route where the distance to Edinburgh Castle from Buckingham Palace is 500 miles. Investing £200 5,000 times will get you £1 million. London Buckingham Palace represents a desired state. Let's say to have £1 million in the bank. Arrival in Edinburgh represents having £1 million. What is the halfway point between London and Edinburgh? The answer is, say, Manchester, about 208 miles from London. So, Manchester is the point where you will have £500,000 in the bank already. Nice going. What is the halfway point between London and Manchester? About the Leicester area of 101 miles from London. Your arrival in Leicester, you will have £250,000 in the bank. What is the halfway point between London and Leicester? About the Milton Keynes area, 54 miles from London. Your arrival at Milton Keynes, you will have £125,000 in the bank. What is the halfway point between London and Milton Keynes? About the Harpenden area, 31 miles from London. Your arrival at Harpenden, you will have £62,500 in the bank. What is the halfway point between London and Harpenden? About the Boreham Wood area, 14 miles from London. You will arrive at Harpenden and you will have £31,250 in the bank. What is the halfway point between London and Boreham Wood? About the Brent Cross area, 7 miles from Buckingham Palace. Your arrival at Brent Cross, you will have £15,625 in the bank. What is the halfway point between central London and Brent Cross? About the West Hampstead area, about 3.5 miles from Buckingham Palace. Your arrival at West Hampstead, you will have £7,810 in the bank. What is the halfway point between central London and West Hampstead? About the Baker Street area, 2 miles from Buckingham Palace. Your arrival at Baker Street, you will have £3,905 in the bank. What is the halfway point between Buckingham Palace and Baker Street? About the Park Lane area, about 1.5 miles from Buckingham Palace. Your arrival at Park Lane, you will have £1,952 in the bank. What is the halfway point between Buckingham Palace and Park Lane? You will be on Constitutional Hill, on the doorstep of Buckingham Palace. Your arrival at Constitutional Hill, you will have £967 in the bank. So you start at Buckingham Palace with less than £500. I think we all agree that having £500 in the bank is a lot easier than having 1 million. So now we are talking about 150 to 180 inputs of 5,000. Think about what you could achieve if you were to max out on your earning potential and invest all of your earnings. Will you be there in no time at all? So Raphael goes to music and trading. It is a warm Sunday afternoon, and Raphael is at home in Belsides Park, in front of his computer, browsing through his Facebook timeline, and stumbles upon an ad. Free music and trading event. Give your intention wings. Looks interesting, he thought to himself, clicking through to a website offering a free ticket in exchange for his name and email. The music and trading event is scheduled at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evening at the Lauderdale House in Highgate, London. He prints off the ticket with an air of expectancy and wonders, could this be the thing I'm looking for, before watching Sunday football on Sky Sports. On Thursday evening, Raphael takes the short walk across the heath to Lauderdale House. Located in the lush greenery of Waterloo Park, the house is a fine-looking English heritage building in a majestic white. The event is to take place on the ground level. Arriving there at 7:15, he is greeted warmly with a glass of Prosecco. There are about 50 other attendees, all networking connectedly and contently, with an air of expectancy and curiosity, also drinking Prosecco. He notices most are women between the ages of 28 and 50, professional looking, with many of them looking as if they have come directly from work. There is a mixed feeling in the room. Some are positive towards what may lie in store for them, mixed with a touch of scepticism from others. "Can you kindly take your seats?" asked the helper for the evening. "You can bring your glass of Prosecco with you." At 7:30, David walks to the centre of the performance area and begins the solo clarinet part of the event. He performs a programme of some shortish classical pieces and a few well and lesser-known pieces from the jazz repertoire. The audience seem to be taken by surprise by the level of musicianship David has, and it is very well appreciated as they listen attentively and enjoy the programme. Raphael wonders to himself, why does such a good musician work in personal growth? If I could play an instrument as well as him, I would do nothing else. As the music goes on, there is a growing sense of ease in the room. It brings a sense of unity and relief, as even the skeptics have moved towards the positive side of the polarity bar. He plays a well-chosen programme, moving from the melodious warm and sultry to the quick-fingered technically challenging to stun and amaze, with highs and lows, intensity and release, from lows and the very soft and gentle. The audience moving excitedly through a range of emotions that set the tone of the scene for what lies ahead. After 20 minutes of gorgeous playing, the room explodes with applause. David acknowledges the appreciation and places the clarinet on a stand. "Thank you for coming," he incites. "I always like to start a presentation in this manner when the opportunity presents itself. Music is a language that everybody understands all over the world. It calms people down after perhaps a very long day at work and enlivens the mind. Has anyone here been to a music and trading event before?" He looks around the room, and his helper raises her hand as he gives her a knowing smile. "So, you're in for a treat. Let me tell you a bit about myself. For me, things have not always been easy. Music has always treated me fine, but for many a year, money was a struggle. Being a touring musician is fun with many highs in money and peak experiences, but it is the gaps in between these highs that the struggle awaits. This is a challenge for many a musician, how to sustain the peak experiences while bringing in enough money to pay the bills. I have known times having to crash on friends' floors, having been evicted from my apartment through inability to pay the rent. I have been stranded in foreign lands without food or enough money to buy a ticket back to the UK. I've had to pawn musical instruments, the very tools of my trade, to buy food, and had to battle to find the money to get them back with interest. I've had to borrow money off friends and family to get out of really shit situations. I've lived off the love of women in my life, happy to pay my way. Not something I would recommend to any man, because if you truly don't mean it with her, she will be hurt as a gazelle caught in the lair of a cheetah. So I know how things can be. But I cracked on with my dreams and goals, enlisting the help of mentors and experts who helped me craft my journey to fulfillment and satisfaction. Today, I can truly say I have all the opportunity for my heart's desire, and I'm the proud owner of the Wellness Clarinet and Weltwar records, fulfilling my own potential, possessing the tools and strategies for others to do the same. What we do at the Wellness Clarinet is walk hand in hand with you as you navigate from where you are now to where you desire to get to with passion, warmth, focus, and adventure. Intention in Motion Milestones is my personal growth and problem-solving innovation to catapult your burning intention into motion, tearing apart your blocks, exploring and amplifying the emotions behind your success. Trading high-growth stocks and tested foreign exchange strategies as a vehicle to reach your milestones so you can do it. Do you have an intention you desire to achieve? What's the essence of it? Do you like the idea of continuous passive income? Are you getting the highest possible returns from your investments right now? How would you feel having achieved it? Can you project yourself into the future to a place and time, having made this intention come true? What are you doing? Where do you operate and who with? Are you feeling relieved and content? How good do you feel now? Where in your body do you experience this feeling? Turn up the volume as if you are hearing your new life in real time. Make the image of this success in your mind's eye life-size and panoramic. See the colours associated with your intention bold and rich in detail. Is there anything else that triggers strong feelings? These are 5 pillars of wealth. Okay, so here they are. Owning a good business, having a good career, property development, an internet business, and the stock market. All 5 pillars can make you a success in your chosen area of endeavour, but we choose music and the stock market as our chosen vehicles for success. The stock market can be looked upon as a gigantic vault full of money, with many different key combinations to access the vault. Keys can be Forex, stocks, options, moving averages, binary options, and many others. We interest ourselves with Forex trading and stocks. Our challenges. Only 5% of people really achieve highly in life. So what holds most of us back? Practical assumptions such as lack of time and availability, poor organisation of time and laziness. Also, the environment people operate within restricts their success. It can be said that the environment you live in has greater power over you than your will. Emotional constraints such as lack of confidence, negativity from other people, fear of change, impatience, lack of motivation, stress, inactivity, and greed. The highest price we pay is inactivity, as it is true that laziness is more important to the lazy person than the ones they love. As if the ones they love were more important, the lazy person would put out for them. Lack of focus. Potential causes of lack of focus is having no fun doing the things you need to do. Overwhelm, not knowing where to start. Fear of moving on. Open your emotional spectrum. Dr. Jane Cox, on an event in London, said, "Love with all your heart, always, and open your emotional spectrum. Happiness cannot exist in the absence of hurt." What she means is this. Let's say you have opening your heart to me completely on one side of the spectrum and pain and hurt on the other. Maybe he'll leave me. No, I'm the strong one here. I'll do it first to him. So you reduce the possibility of being hurt and the fear of being hurt first, so you close down a little bit. Therefore, you reduce the possibility of being hurt at the same time and take away a little of the happiness on the swing at the opposite side too. Next, well, maybe he doesn't spend enough on me, so I'll do the same too. Again, the possibility of hurt decreases, and so does the happiness on the other end. Then, well, maybe he will look at another woman, so I will protect myself from that. So you will protect yourself from the possibility of being hurt and take away from the happiness too. She explains that this is what people do consistently until they have phased out a huge portion of their emotional spectrum and their possibility to be happy. They protect themselves from hurt, live in a tiny emotional spectrum until they are no longer happy. When Jane said this, I understood many things in relation to what many people do. People protect themselves so much for being hurt that they can only be happy on a superficial level for a short time until they open their emotional spectrum and embrace their truth and true love. So, time versus income reality check. How much income do you earn per hour of work? How many hours do you work on business that are currently non-income producing? Where do you have time leaks? What impact are they having on your life? Can you leverage the time that you work with? Open to change check. What would your ideal scenario be? What hours would you like to work? What income would you like to produce? Do you prefer one good income stream with potential for growth, or do you prefer a few different income streams? How closely does your current income stream, hours of work, and type of work correlate to this ideal? 4 ways to accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Number 1, increase your income. Number 2, save more. Number 3, invest more. Number 4, compound it, so to increase your rate of return. What is Forex trading? Forex, or FX, is short for foreign exchange. Forex trading is about trading pairs of different currencies of countries. You simply exchange one nation's currency for another in the process of making money when the exchange rates change. The rates are constantly fluctuating and are driven by supply and demand, interest rates, and fundamentals. Fundamental analysis is the study of how economic news and events move the markets. Statistical data release, such as money supply, interest rates, inflation, GDP, unemployment rate, trade balance, current account, consumer confidence, and sentiment. Numerous currency pairs are traded, and there are 4 majors: the euro, the Great British Pound, the US dollar, the Japanese yen, and the Swiss franc. These are currency pairs where most money is traded. Here, money is made by what is known as spread betting, the ability to make money simply by betting in which direction the various currency pairs will move in. Our automated foreign exchange trading. So the following currencies are traded by the software on behalf of its customers: the US dollar, the euro, the Swiss franc, the British pound sterling, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and New Zealand dollar. Currency crosses are as follows: the euro to the US dollar, the US dollar to the Swiss franc, the US dollar to the Japanese yen, the Great British Pound to the US dollar, the euro to the Swiss franc, the euro to the Great British Pound, the euro to the Japanese yen, the Great British Pound to the Swiss franc, the Great British Pound to Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the US dollar, the US dollar to the Canadian dollar, the euro to the Canadian dollar, the euro to the Australian dollar, the euro to the New Zealand dollar, the New Zealand dollar to the Japanese yen, the New Zealand dollar to the Canadian dollar, the New Zealand dollar to the Swiss franc, the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar, the Great British Pound to the New Zealand dollar, the Great British Pound to the Australian dollar, the Great British Pound to the Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc to the Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar to the Swiss franc, the Canadian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar to the New Zealand dollar, and the Australian dollar to the Swiss franc. Our automated foreign exchange trading solution, that is a stellar performer having achieved 200% since September 2016 up to this day in February 2017. Money can be made when the market goes up, or in a bull market, when it goes down, known as a bear market, or even when it goes sideways, an innovation of Marcus de Maria, known as Buffalo Market, when the call of the buffalo pushes the market along sideways. It is a leveraged product, meaning that the money other than the money the trader themselves risks on each trade is leveraged. For now, all profits are tax-free and there are no commissions to be paid out on your winnings. They are all yours. Forex traders increase their funds or account size through entering trades when the criteria for entering a trade for the particular strategy they are using align. Many countries on mainland Europe, like Holland and Germany, work with CFDs, or contracts for difference. Whether trading in the UK or on the continent, traders have to calculate their trade risk and trade size before creating a buy order. The golden rule to apply is never to risk more than 1% of your account size in any trade, and always use stop losses. There are 4 main strategies I learned. Ones that when applied consistently will yield around 7 successful trades out of 10. The news sniper, trading on fundamentals from the news, an insta-day strategy based on using 5-minute candles and looks for small movements in the market. The Slingshot Pro strategy, a strategy based on using a 4-hour time frame or 4-hour candles. Here again, we look for various criteria and indicators to match up, such as the swing high to swing low, the Fibonacci, retracement, and other measures. The Trend Rider strategy, based on 1-day candles. This strategy is good for people who don't have much time to trade, and trades can be easily managed in as little time as 20 minutes at the end of the day. Also, the Smart Money strategy. This is based on following the movements of the big game players in the market. When the large banks and monetary organizations enter the market, the Smart Money strategy traders do. When the big players exit the market, the Smart Money strategy users do. Other than fundamental analysis, the other main type of stock market analysis is technical analysis. This uses information from charts and other mathematical indicators to determine when trends are forming. A trend is simply a tendency for the price to keep moving in one direction or the other. So why trade stocks? Unlike Forex, when you purchase stocks on a platform like Google Finance or Yahoo Finance from a company, whether it is a blue chip company like Apple or Microsoft or another, you actually own that stock until the climate is right to sell. Like Forex, it is a buying and selling business and imperative to stick to the rules of a successful strategy. You can make money when the stock price goes up or when it goes down, as well as getting paid regular dividends when holding onto the stock. Unlike property, you can buy and sell on a whim when the various signals indicate so. Stocks or Forex trading is a matter of preference. Forex is much more hands-on, as opposed to stocks where you can buy and hold, getting rich from dividends, sometimes for years and years. The dividend yield is a financial ratio that indicates how much a company pays out in dividends each year relative to its share price. Dividend yield is represented as a percentage and can be calculated by dividing the dollar value of dividends paid in a given year per share of stock held by the dollar value of one share of stock. The formula for calculating dividend yield may be represented as follows: annual dividends per share or price per share. Yields for a current year are often estimated using the previous year's dividend yield or by taking the latest quarterly yield, multiplying by 4 and dividing by the current share price. In other words, they are paid quarterly. When creating an order, 5% of the time use a limit order. The rest of the time use a stop order. So what is the personality of a stock? Number 1. How the stock moved off support and resistance. Number 2. Length of tail, how big the day was. Number 3. What does it do around earning? Does it gap? Has the stock hit the line of support 3 times and the line of resistance 3 times? Number 4. What are the length of days lowest to highest? Number 5. Is it trending? Has it changed its trend over the last year? Number 6. Has it given you entry points in the past? If so, you might want to use a limit order instead of a stop order. Number 7. What is the range of the stock? The range being the difference between the lines of support and resistance. So, here are 20 reasons why the stock market earns you money like nothing else. You are a free agent and can work at your own time and in your own way without peer pressure or a boss. Anyone can do it. Regardless of class, race, gender, you too can trade the stock market. All you need is some money to invest, and that need not be a lot. If not, learn to trade on a simulator so you can practice until you are confident enough to trade live. It has a total time flexibility. Work with a strategy to suit your lifestyle. Trading stocks require very little time input indeed. You can work with a Forex strategy requiring as little as 20 minutes of your time per day. You can work from a beach hut in the Caribbean, from the comfort of your own bedroom. Work where you choose. All you need is a stable internet connection and a laptop. It requires minimal training. It's not rocket science. Learn the basics quickly and easily. It will always be there. As long as us humans buy and sell as part of our existence, so will the stock market. Competition is not an issue. In fact, more buyers and sellers means bigger moves in the price, meaning more opportunities to make money. You can beat a recession. You can make money when the price goes up and down or sideways. There is no stock purchase necessary. Incredibly low overheads, only your internet connection, brokerage fees, and perhaps a charting software, but that's it. No need to borrow money, no meetings to attend to, no manual work to do. You are always in control. You can enter a trade or exit in seconds. You can earn huge profits when the market moves in your favor. It's passive income. Earn as you sleep. It's easy for kids to learn. It's a great tool to build an abundance mentally. Be the law of it. The more you practice, the better you get. Warren Buffett once said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." So accelerate your journey. Top people have a strong why. The bigger the why, the easier the how. Get SMART goals. S, specific. M, measurable. A, agreed upon. R, rewarding. And T, timely. Currently, there are 145 women billionaires in the world. Gratitude. Adopt an attitude of gratitude. What are you grateful for in your life? Celebrate your successes and sell, sell, sell. Negotiate everything you desire today is currently in the possession of someone else. Team. Become a part of a successful crew, as the team's collective goals will be bigger than your own, so will inject more rocket fuel to you. Focus. Business. All 145 women billionaires made their money from business. get a coach. Your net worth calculation. Okay, so where are you right now? What is your net worth? Your net worth is the only real measure of your current financial situation. Take the time now to approximately calculate everything you own and everything you owe. Your net worth is vital. Work on it enough and you'll reach your CNW, or critical net worth, meaning you'll be financially free and will no longer need to work. Reach your critical net worth as fast as possible. So how do you reach your CNW in the shortest possible time? The answer is by learning to make your money work hard for you. In other words, to invest your money, get some gains, and then to reinvest those gains immediately so that your money is always working harder each time. The result of reinvesting your profits like this is called compounding your money. The greatest financial minds over the centuries have marveled at the power of doing something so simple. It's been called the road to riches, the greatest mathematical discovery in human history, the most powerful force in the universe, and most famously by Einstein, the eighth wonder of the world. Now, you don't have to be Einstein. Simply having to resist the urge to spend your profits and instead reinvest your profits. If possible, all of them, for maximum results. 6 steps to achieving your desire. And it's correlated by millionaires and billionaires. A. Exactly how much money do you want? B. Exact date you intend to have it. C. Exactly what passion and creative value you intend to give in exchange of the money you desire. D. Create a plan to follow. E. Write everything down in a clear statement. F. Read your statement aloud. 7 steps to success. Step 1. Get disturbed. Identify your story. Write down at least 3 reasons you habitually use that prevents you from taking action now. Step 2. Make a decision. What intention do I desire to attract to my flow center? Why is this important for me? Schedule when this is to happen. Step 3. Plan it. Chunk down goal into smaller milestones. What needs to be done today? Make it uncomfortable to back out. Step 4. Adjust your thinking. Past. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't think I can be successful. Now, time is equal for all of us. If I prioritize this, it will happen for me. As long as I start, even if I start small, I will finish big. If I focus on it, it will be a success for me. Step 5. Set up the game to win. What can be done to add value? Start rewarding yourself for your approximate behavior. Step 6. Seek out a successful strategy. Test the strategy in the real world. Use successful strategies every day. Rinse and repeat. Step 7. Spend time with people doing it. If you want to be successful as a trader, spend some time with successful traders. Most people's lives are a direct result of their expectations. What strategy feels right for you? Which one is my key strategy? What was it that made you say, I'm going to do this? 3 steps to get started now. Get clear. Utilize your power of focus and act through your own self-knowledge. Get the tools, a workable plan, and include the services of a coach or consultant. Non-action will cost you. How much? Understand your own pain versus pleasure continuum. People will do more to move away from pain than they will do to move towards pleasure. Get clear on your vision and mission. Your vision being what you desire at a level of your identity, and mission being why you want it. So what is money? Money is perceived value of something, plus creativity, plus passion. So here is David's offer for you today. Number 1. Open an automated foreign exchange trading account as our solution for your financial growth. So you can watch how fast your capital will grow, and the traders have achieved an average of 7% per month for the last 6 years. Now, that is what you call a track record. You will have complete control of your money, although the minimum investment is 50k, preferably 100k. We also have an automated foreign exchange trading solution that is a stellar performer, having achieved over 200% since September 16th up to this day in January 2017, requiring a much lower minimum investment of $7,500. Open an automated foreign exchange trading account with us. Currently, the Bank of England, with due respect for them, will offer you 0.5% on your money a year. Let's take a hypothetical investment level of £10,000 with the Bank of England. 0.5% of £10,000 is £50. Your new balance would be £10,050. Now, let's take the same £10,000 based on the 84% growth that our traders have achieved in 2016, and for the last 6 years, £18,400 would be your new balance at the end of year 1. Funds are traded under a percentage asset management model, or known as PAM for short. This allows the software to execute one trade in the marketplace and be able to allocate that trade across all open and funded accounts based on the relative size of each account. The relative size of the underlying customer account will determine its share of the trade and subsequently the share of the profit or loss. The larger the relative sizes of one account to the other customer accounts, then the larger the exposure to that trade. Trading FX does involve the use of leverage, and this can be determined by market conditions. Leverage could be up to 1 to 200. The system places stop loss orders on all trades to manage the risk of exposure of all trades. Number 1. Consider this opportunity and the risk involved. Number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, considering how much good can come out of this opportunity for you. In the likely event that the trading techniques being used continues to create exceptional profit. Number 3. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a negative effect the risk of this not working have on you and your business. Number 4. If the first number is bigger than the second, the risk to reward ratio is weighed towards action. If the second number is bigger than the first, it is probably better to find another way to proceed. Move forward with intention, in motion, milestones consultancy. Take 10 sessions of consultancy to reach your burning intention. Whether you simply want your money to work for you or to develop a personal business idea, we have the solution. Our target, CAGR. Minimum, 50%. Target, 84%. Outrageous would be 150% plus. Thank you for your time, and I hope you can see the value in taking action today. Those interested in moving forward can fill out the forms at the back. That's it, and thank you. Raphael loved the idea of intention in motion, milestones, and quickly made his way to the back of the room to move forward. Intention in motion consultancy sessions. The assumption: you are seen, understood, and will get to where you are going when you follow through. Session 1. Vision, mind mapping, mission, areas of life review, and SMART goals. Session 2. Net worth and critical net worth, action milestones. Session 3. Your learning strategy. Session 4. Focusing on your strengths. Session 5. Turbocharging passion. Session 6. Expanding waves of possibility. Session 7. Beliefs in motion. Session 8. Strengthening your inner world. Session 9. Accountability review. Assessing action taken. Session 10. Accelerating the motion for your core intention. Take action today.